Hello and welcome back to New World. So first things first, I just want to say thank you guys for 1,000 subs. This is super duper amazing and I can't wait to make more content for you guys. But in this video, I do want to talk about how it's just totally fine to be hype about Starfield. Starfield is an amazing game. There's been a lot of cool things that have been said about Starfield, a lot of cool things that have been seen. I understand that Starfield did not come with the expectations and the things that people might have wanted in the game. But let's be honest here, the game looks amazing. It seems like the base that Starfield has built really looks good. In this video, I just want to talk about how it's just perfectly fine to be hyped about Starfield and just really take it for what it is and have fun. So if you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, first things first, I do understand that Cyberpunk, Fallout 76, those are two of the games that people have decided to say, you know what, let's lower our expectations because two of the biggest game development companies have dropped massive bombs when it comes to the expectations and what they've been trying to present to everybody else. Now, I'm going to defend Starfield mainly because this is not the same situation. Cyberpunk did have the opportunity to take time and completely develop the game, delay it, whatever the case may be, but they decided to rush a release. Now, Bethesda did not decide to do that. They could have dropped Starfield on November 11th, but they decided not to. They decided to say, you know what, we want to make this game the exact game that we envisioned. We want to enhance the graphical side, we want to enhance the combat, we want to listen to what everybody is saying so we can enhance it, so by the time the game does drop, it's very small amount of complaining that is going to go on. Now, Fallout 76 is pretty interesting. Now, Bethesda wanted that to be a multiplayer experience for Fallout 4. So it's kind of not really a new game. It's not really a Fallout 5 or a Elder Scrolls 6. It was more so of an experiment. Like, hey, let's make a Fallout 4 world that people can enjoy solely online, and we can make, extra money by people, building bases and things like that. They wanted to be in that pay-to-win era, that Fortnite-esque, that Battle Pass-esque, that get what they just wanted the game to be this multiplayer exploration game, which is completely off of their side. We are talking about Starfield here, a single player RPG, the games that they specialize in tremendously. So let's not get ahead of ourselves when it comes to criticizing games and say, you know what, these games launch buggy or these games launch bad and they're known to drop buggy games, so we shouldn't trust them. But look at the base, look at the experience, look at how long they have been inside of the gaming development scene. They are listening to you guys, and the perfect example is Starfield Direct, where they completely fixed every single issue I heard before they even dropped the Starfield Direct. That's exactly what I've seen, is the fact that they are listening to everything that you guys are saying and they are improving it in every single way possible. So it's kind of cool to see that we can say things and they listen, and they also didn't want to rush the game. Or people are saying, well, look at Fallout 76. That is a multiplayer game. This is something that they are not known for. This is not a multiplayer game. This is their bread and butter. This is their new IP. This is what Todd Howard really wanted to drop for years. It's been seen for years that he wanted to make a space game. So it's only right that he enjoys and puts his best into it because he's not getting any younger. And on top of that, this is a game that he probably envisioned since youth. And now, seeing how ambitious the game is, it makes tons of sense. I'm so excited about Starfield, but there are some more things that I want to talk about. Now, one of the more interesting things that is really cool about Starfield is the fact that Bethesda is known for embracing their modding community. Their modding community is great. For the past 12 years, they have dropped some of the best mods I've ever seen. And some of these people are not getting paid for it. Entire worlds, they're dropping insane overhaul textures. They're completely recreating people in sets so everybody looks cohesive in the game. It is amazing. But just imagine what can come out of Starfield. Just imagine the things that are going to be able to be implemented in the game. This is Bethesda's strong suit. This is how Skyrim has been played for years. It's the fact that they appreciate the people that dedicate their own time to add stuff in the game, and you should appreciate it too. You should get hype about this too. It is known that Starfield is not having any land vehicles, and in-planet flight is not happening when it comes to the ships. But here's the cool thing, imagine modders actually implement it in the game, and I don't think it's that hard, honestly. It might mess up your CPU a little bit, seeing how much stuff is going to be procedurally generated and everybody's speeding around in places, but hopefully they have a speed cap that loads pretty well. But it's something to also get really hyped about because the modding is going to be crazy. Imagine Star Wars mods, imagine insane battles, imagine insane overhauls, imagine the new characters and companions that can be added in the game. with differently voiced protagonists or antagonists, the game is going to be pretty cool seeing what people can mod in the game. Think about the bug fixes, think about the things that we didn't even know that we could do, think about the things that we can unlock. It's so much stuff that can come out of the modding community when it comes to this game that is super duper cool to be hyped about, because this is what Bethesda is known for. They embrace the modders. They understand that this game cannot be lasted for a long time if people cannot add their own imagination that you can download and put in your game. Mind you, this stuff is completely free. So all of this stuff when it comes to modding is complete passion projects. It's fun things. We already know what's going to happen, and if there are going to be a couple of Thomas the Train mods that are going to be inside of space, that's going to be super duper hilarious to see that people play with. Think about the new weapons, think about the new armors, think about all the things that Bethesda adds and then the people add in themselves. Imagine just getting out of your spaceship as Darth Vader and you have a lightsaber and you're using that force that actually comes with the game, which is actually pretty crazy. But it's really cool to see that the modding community can have people's heads this excited, mainly because this is what they are known for. Bethesda is known to embrace these guys, and I honestly cannot wait to see what comes out next. It's super cool to be hyped about the modding community. It's super cool to embrace that, and don't try to say that the game is garbage because they need modders. No, the game is great because modders can add things too that any other game can add. It's an insane project. It's super duper cool. Modders are great. Really expect that when it comes to Starfield, because man, it can only leave you excited. The Creation Club is not that difficult to learn. You can create your own mods, you can create your own companions, your own companion overhauls. Just imagine the things that you can do, the things that you can add, the fun that's going to come with being creative in a game that already lets you do what you want to do in these vast worlds, 1,000 planets, things of that nature. This is going to be super duper exciting, and it's okay to get hyped about it. Don't bring them down because we're able to have a lot of mods. Embrace that. That's a community that you would want to be in. And also, I'm pretty sure they might add mods to console like they did with Fallout and Skyrim. So just be excited, be ready. Add stuff in your game that's not in there. Enjoy it. This is what the game is about. And lastly, one of the coolest things that Todd Howard did address when it comes to getting hyped about this game is the fact that he did not only take inspiration from Star Citizen and No Man's Sky, but his main point was he took inspiration from one of the greatest single player games I think I've ever laid my hands on, which is Red Dead Redemption 2. It's very bold to really pull that game out of nowhere when it comes to space, because it has literally nothing to do with space, but it's the fact that it's the experience, it's the fact that the characters, the NPCs, the graphics, the things that you're able to do in the game, they don't limit you. The game is super duper immersive, and that's super cool that they took that as inspiration, saying, hey, this can be like every other Bethesda game that, you know, it's really good but does have limiting factors that people have to mod in, but you know what, let's go ahead and give these people amazing NPCs, great graphics, great mechanics, a great story. Let's go ahead and give them everything that they want so they can play this game for years and enjoy what Todd Howard has to offer. Mind you, this is his passion project, so we can only imagine how great and how good and how much he really thought about this game, because I can see it in the showcase, especially in the direct. It was insane. The way that the world feels, the way that when you just look at the gameplay for itself, when people are just walking around and you just have your gun in your hand and you enjoying these things around you, this is going to be able to be played inside of our hands, guys. This is an experience that's only a month away. They've even went deeper to add more traits. They even went deeper to add actual face scan geometry and able to tweak it even more to make the character that we want to make. They've added piercings. They've added the fact that you can customize your own ship and live inside of these quarters. It's the fact that you can actually go outside of your living quarters and build a base on any planet. Each planet is different, and what's really cool is the procedurally generated things are not the same for everybody, so you can watch a ton of YouTubers experience different things outside of those zones that Bethesda has created. This is one of the greatest things that I've seen from a gaming company. This is super duper ambitious. They are taking inspiration from Skyrim, Fallout, Red Dead Redemption, No Man's Sky. They're making tons of games in one, from space battles to exploration to geeky things like tweaking your engine and your lasers and things like that, and space. Like, it's such a cool game to get hyped about. I hate to be on that other side where people are just bashing the game or making people feel uncomfortable about getting ready to enjoy such a cool experience. It's perfectly fine to be hyped about this game. It's perfectly fine to be hyped about any game. If your expectations are lowered, it just shows that the gaming companies don't really care. But in this one, you can really tell that they really care. They have improved from the last showcase that has been shown. The game looks amazing. They are taking inspiration from great games, and they're not just trying to copy and paste things. This is going to be really cool, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Very quick, but I just want to let you guys know it's perfectly fine to be hyped about these games. It's perfectly fine to be hyped about Starfield for sure, and it's perfectly fine to enjoy the experience that you want to enjoy. Thank you. New World out.